Does Batman love fighting crime? To answer that question, I think we have to go a little bit deeper into the character. Batman isn't just some dude dressed up in spandex with a cape, he's a symbol of Gotham City. And that symbol can have completely different meanings depending on the type of person that you are. If you're just some everyday dude who checks the news once in a while and sees Batman stopping criminals in your city, you probably think of him as a symbol of hope. But if you're a criminal, you probably have a very different idea of what the Batman stands for. You wouldn't think of Batman as hope, you would think of him as a reason to keep checking over your shoulder, because in your eyes he's not a symbol of anything good, he's just the darkness. To you, he's the monster under your bed, the thing around the corner, the reason you have a nightlight, the living embodiment of vengeance and fear. And to me, that's super interesting because vengeance is a personal desire. I think that his desire for vengeance is what really sets him apart from heroes like Spider-Man and Superman. Spider-Man became a hero because the power he possesses makes him responsible for others. Superman became a hero because he's just a really good dude. But Bruce Wayne, he became Batman so that he could inflict pain and vengeance onto his enemies. But not just that, he became Batman so that he could make criminals feel the way that he felt when his parents were murdered. And while that definitely isn't the healthiest coping mechanism, it's the one that Bruce Wayne chose. But just because it isn't healthy doesn't mean that it won't work for him. I mean, he isn't sitting in his Lamborghini crying, he actually has a goal to keep him moving forward. And I'd be more than willing to bet that the first thing that gets him out of bed is the glorious thought of punching a criminal straight in the face. So to answer my question from earlier, does Batman love fighting crime? I would probably say yes. But that does leave me with one more question. What does Bruce Wayne do when he retires from being Batman? The story starts out with an elderly Bruce Wayne rewatching The Mark of Zorro. And for anyone that doesn't know, that's the movie he was watching with his parents on the night of their murder. Eventually, when the movie finishes, he gets up and we see a good shot of his cane. And he's putting so much weight on it that his cane is literally creaking with every step he takes down the stairs. When he finally makes it down the stairs, he's smiling because it's his birthday and he's being greeted by the Bat family. At this point, he's been retired from Batman for many years because Damian Wayne was able to take over the mantle. He smiles at the family that he's created and thanks them for visiting him as a crookedy old man. I do gotta shout out Alfred real quick for still being around. He's gotta be kicking at like 105 years old at this point. But anyways, Damian tells his father to make a wish. Bruce obliges and thinks about a wish, but he has a hard time blowing out the candles, saying that he got hit one too many times in the chest by Bane. But finally, he musters up the strength to blow out the candles. Bruce begins cutting the cake with one of his batarangs while telling Barbara Gordon just how proud her father would have been of her, saying that his birthday just doesn't feel right without Jim there. Eventually, the Bat family shares a toast to the biggest pain in their ass, Bruce Wayne. But right before everything gets sappy, the bat signal comes on, and Bruce does not hesitate to yell at every single one of them, asking them what they're waiting for. He really doesn't care about his birthday at all. So they all hop in their vehicles to go check out what's going on in Gotham. But as they leave, Bruce just stares out at them, waiting to make sure that they're all actually out of there. Once the coast is clear and they're actually all gone, he tells Alfred to sleep well, because there is no way in hell that Alfred is going to talk him out of what he's about to do. As he says that, he snaps his cane over his knee as if it was made of cardboard, making it almost seem like he's been telling the whole Bat family that he's weaker than he actually is. And this is when we find out his wish from earlier. It was to become Batman one last time. Not because the world is in dire danger or anything like that, but just because he really wants to be Batman again. Showing that all these years in retirement, he still was the same man in his head, Batman. But as he soars through the city, he begins talking about how he's in utter agony, saying that with each and every stride, he can literally feel his muscles tearing and he doesn't really know why he's back out here. But I think we know why he's out there, because he loves being Batman. And even though it hurts him worse than anything we can probably imagine, he feels better than he's felt in years. Becoming vengeance one final time puts a bigger smile on his face than I've probably ever seen in any comic book. A smile that will follow him for the entire night as he fights criminals one final time. He soars down from the tops of buildings, punching people's teeth out, knowing that he has nothing left to prove to anyone except for himself. We see him saving a baby while fighting an evil monster at the same time, literally just saying, "God help me." Not from the agonizing pain of breaking both of his fists and tearing all the muscles in his legs, but because of how much he loves doing it. But alas, the night did finally come to an end. Alfred offers him a new cane, knowing damn well that he broke it being Batman again. Then the Bat family returns and Bruce pretends to be excited for the party to be back on. But as their birthday dinner resumes, Barbara speaks about how there was a record number of felony arrests. Damian adds on, saying how it seemed as if there was multiple Batmen out there tonight. And Tim says that most of the criminals were complaining about Batman being extra brutal. But before they can even accuse him, Bruce is like, "Don't even look at me, I'm way way too old to be running around Gotham City, especially in the dark. Just look at that smile on his face though, knowing that he could still do it at 75. This story is short and sweet, but I gotta say it is just so damn enjoyable to see Bruce Wayne actually having a good time. I mean, the story's only a couple of pages long, but we probably see him smile more in this than 99.9% of Batman comics that have ever come out. And I gotta say, after all he's been through, he deserves to smile a couple times. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed listening to my overly pretentious Batman takes. And if you did, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button. As always, I'll talk to you guys later.